And we are green. Evenly start inside line with the edge.
Mark Jackson just slower than Wesley Holland.
Drivers around the corners as long as they hit the...
Yeah. Off lid.
Alrighty, folks, welcome to Extreme Sim TV's coverage of the Lugnuts Tuesday night throwback series, if I can talk tonight, at Richmond. In the booth, we got Rachel. Rachel, how are you?
I'm fine, how are you?
I'm doing alright. Maybe you could save this intro for us, because it's done went off the rails. Well,
you know, Tuesday, Thursday, same thing.
Yeah,
Who knows?
Same thing. Who knows? Who's going to say anything? Right now, we got qualifying getting ready to take place. Now, look beforehand, Rachel. Randy Arms, top of the board coming into this race. And he is here tonight. And we said it last year. If he could have made every race last season, he would have been a force to be reckoned with. And it's being proven again here tonight at Richmond.
Yeah, and I mean, we shouldn't be surprised that Randy's, trying to dominate this field probably for the whole season if he can.
Yeah, I think that's going to be pretty much where it's at. Again, guys, this is round number 3 of, I think, 19 this season as we get ready to rock and roll tonight. Of course, Carter's on track right now. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming out here. Each time we go live with one of these, it's a lot of fun to have you. We got qualifying underway, and it's 125 laps tonight, I do believe, at Richmond International Raceway. And Rachel, the action track, it never disappoints.
Yeah, I mean, we saw, practice earlier, and I'm pretty much expecting for it to be a really, action-packed type night.
Yeah, me too. I kind of expect the same thing. As far as this goes, and I'll tell you what, too, if you look at this and what we got in this series long term and the amount of cars that we've got showing up each week, it's actually pretty impressive.
Yeah, and I know with this being, considered the summer series, normally, they tend to have the smaller car count, but tonight they've actually have a lot of cars.
And look who's on top of the board. It's Randy Arms, 22.726 for Randy. And I have to say, no surprise there either. Randy going to the top of the board here. Bob Elderand, I do believe, in second. Justin Michael. A lot of new faces here tonight at the Richmond International Raceway.
Yeah, there are quite a few names that we normally don't see running in this series that are running tonight.
But I tell you what, we're going to get ready to go racing here in about 2 minutes. Randy Arms, top of the board. Now, what do you say we grab old Randy up here and talk to him before the race, Rachel?
Sure, why not?
Let's get Randy up here. Hey, Mr. Randy Arms, you got a copy on me, buddy?
Yeah, I got you, buddy.
All right, man, top of the board here tonight at Richmond. You're leading the point standings coming into tonight. Well, what's your expectations here in Virginia, my man?
I really like this track. I think the last time we were here, I think I won, or I know I was close. So So this track's always been one of my best ones. So got the pole so far. So hopefully we can, just stay up front, try to lead some laps, and try to be there at the end and see what we can do.
Yeah, that's going to be the key, is just keeping your tires underneath of you, keeping the car clean, man. And we said it last season whenever you were here. I said, if Randy could have made every race, he would have been a contender. And, man, you started this season out with a bang.
I feel like we had a shot to win just about every race last year. Just had some other stuff where I couldn't make every race. So plan is to run every race this season. Hopefully we can bring home the championship.
And poor buddy, well, best of luck here tonight, man. We're gonna let you go here at Richmond tonight, man. So good luck.
Thank you.
All right, Randy Orbs, we got him down out of the booth, and we're gonna look back some stats, Rachel. Last time we were at Richmond, Virginia, it was Scott Patton going to victory lane, and that was back on January the 12th, just before the chase of last season. And I'm looking at it here. Last time here, it was Randy Orms coming home P5 when we were here at Richmond last.
Yeah, I mean, he came in P5, but I mean, tonight, qualifying at the front of the field, I doubt Randy's going to come in P5 this time.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I think this time around might be a different story. But we're going to find out, folks. We got about 7 seconds left before we get the cars gridded up on the racetrack, ready to go for race number 3 of season 2 of the Throwback series. Here we go. Here in just a moment. And don't forget, folks, it was announced on the Facebook page for Loose Lugnuts earlier tonight. The highest finishing driver with the cleanest incident points, I do believe, is going to get a Loose Lugnuts t-shirt as well here tonight. So that's going to be pretty fun. But let's take a look at the over-the-top designs. Starting a lineup, Rachel, with Randy Arms on the pole alongside of Bob right there in second to 38. Row number 2, Justin Michael and Rob Haynes. Row number 3, Dylan Gomez, Scott Patton. Row number 4, Mitchell Reeves, Jack Watts. Row number 5, Jeffrey Merck, Corey Tuggle. Row number 6, Judd Danielson alongside Trent Drum. Brandon Thornhill starting 13th in row 7. John Pensula 14th. James right there in 15th. Andrew Schulta 16th here tonight. 17th, Greg Mall, and I want to give a heartfelt shout out to Greg. Lost his, I believe it was his grandmother this week, and I hate to hear that for Greg Mall in the 72 camp alongside Kerry Cleaver in 18th. Hopper, Doug is 19th. Chris Val is 20th. And that will round out your field. Folks, I will be right back with you here for the start in a moment. Alright. Well, folks, getting ready to roll with the cars once again to start round number 3. Who have you got your eye on up there, Rachel? Your pick for tonight.
I'm not gonna go with Randy. I'm actually gonna go with somebody else.
All right.
I'm gonna go with Justin Michael.
You're going to roll with Justin Michael. That's a pretty bold pick, I would think.
I mean, he did pretty well last week. So.
Well, we'll find out. That 87 machine right there lined up, ready to go. I think I'm going to go the other way. I think I'm going to go with, Scott Patton. He's going to win the second straight time here at Richmond. Won the last time we were here. I'm going to go Patton once again in the 46 machine. Brand new sponsor on that car this season. But we will find out who's it going to be. Me or Rachel picking the fastest driver here tonight.
We'll see.
We'll see. Guys rule. Girls are from Mars. I think it's the way it goes, right? Venus, Mars, something.
Girls are from Venus.
There we go. There we go. So we're going to go green here tonight. Green flag getting ready to fly. Randy Arms leads the way. He'll bring them to green. 125 laps here tonight. And we are... Wait on it, wait on it, wait on it. Ready, ready, ready.
Flag,
green
flag.
at Richmond. Great start there out of the 38 on the top side there, Rachel.
Yeah, he's actually, he was able to hold Randy off for just a moment, but now Randy was able to pretty much just leave him. But
I'm coming back to the bottom and 3 and 4 of the 38 to the
Caution,
inside
yellow
yellow on the racetrack.
oh,
We got a
yeah,
trouble,
caution.
and that is the 77 around. Yak Watts not starting out tonight the way he wanted to here this evening. Caution lap number 2 of 125. And we're kind of watching here to see what happens. The 601 up the racetrack into the 77. That Corey Tuggle? Indeed
Yes.
it is. So Corey Tuggle getting involved there at Rusted Out Race Car. Getting involved here, and we will go under yellow once again for the first time tonight here at Richmond. No, and you know, Rachel, no surprise, this track is not the easiest place to run.
Right, yeah, I mean, and we kind of saw that while they were in practice, that they were having some trouble going through this track.
For the first yellow of the night here very early on. And what's interesting here for these guys, this race a little bit shorter than the one we ran here last season. We ran 140 laps last season. We knocked that down to 125. So how does that play into their strategy, seeing as how the race is just a little bit shorter for them tonight?
Well, the only other thing is, like, they only have 3 sets of tires, but their fuel limit is at 75 instead of 70. So they can go a little bit further on fuel.
Yeah, and I don't exactly have a number for that. No, I didn't Richmond on 75% fuel load. We will have to see.
Right.
And of course, while they're riding around under caution here, they're not really using any fuel at the moment. And the question is, will we get a long enough run for all that to matter?
Right, yeah. It's really just going to depend on how many cautions they end up having. But their biggest thing to really worry about would be tires. I wouldn't even really be too worried about fuel because they have more fuel than normal.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Greg Mall right there, John Pensula back here in the pack. Andrew Schulte. Topper out here. It's been a while since I've seen Topper in the race. Out here running in what, 17th right now?
Right, yeah, he's currently in 17th. He actually moved up. He was in 19th when we started, so he moved up 2 spots.
Harry Cleaver, Chris Vowles back here as well. So we're going to get a double foul. Randy Arms, front row, the 83 outside of Bob. Last time we seen Bob get a really good restart and just about outrun Randy to the start-finish line there, Rachel.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of restart these two have.
Here we go. Pace car is off. We are ready to go. Green, 6 of
Green flag,
125 complete. Here we go. Back underway once again.
Randy got a great restart, though. I mean, he's pulling away from Bob as fast as he possibly can.
Okay, contact behind him. That is the 87, Justin Michaels. Sideways, got to get it up. Your driver just about went around there, Rachel, out down the back straightaway. Go
Yeah,
get
I
it
saw
up.
that.
We changed Bob to the front, Randy to second. Wow, Randy dropping like a stone. What
You
in the
got
world?
Dylan Gones on the inside of Randy.
Yeah, Dylan putting in a fight with that 22 machine. Randy gonna drop off a Bob. Wouldn't have expected that one this early.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened with Randy. I mean, there was something that happened with him being on the high side, so I'm not sure what it could have been.
Looking back through the pack, we got them double file back here. That's around Jeffrey Merck and James side by side in the 72. I believe is the number that's right there with him now. The 05 machine of James fighting to the bottom. Merck up the racetrack. Judd Danielson trying to follow his way through. That's 12th, 13th, 14th on track right now. Great little battle deep in the field.
Yeah, you got a battle going on between Judd Danielson and Andrew Schulte. Schulte's to the inside of Judd right now.
Double foul right
Oh,
now.
Judd got into the wall.
Yeah, just a little bit. Danielson got that outside wall. He kept it going though. Did a good job not wrecking that race car. And we've already burnt through 10 laps here tonight. Thornhill's stuck on the outside. He's got cars underneath him. Thornhill going backwards at the moment. Bob leads by 0.3 of a second. 11 complete of 125.
Looks like you've got Dylan Gones trying to get to the inside of Randy, but he just wasn't able to clear him.
Randy holding that position. Gomez is third. Michael to fourth. Patton in fifth. Patton, another one of them drivers. We talked about it won the last time we were here. He got in the fence a little bit on entry there, Rachel. Smacked the outside wall. Kept it straight, though. He'll get a big run on your driver, Justin Michael. And he'll dive to the bottom of Michael. That's going to be clear from position. That's going to be fourth and fifth on the racetrack. Reed's right now in sixth. Seventh is Rob Haynes. Corey?
Yeah, it also
ahead.
looks like you've got a battle between Greg Mall and James Lehman right here.
Lehman to the bottom of Mall. Mall backtracking a little bit. 14 on the board already tonight. We're thundering through this one pretty quick, Rachel.
Right, yeah, I mean, these guys are going pretty quick. You also got Merck and Schulte back here. Merck to the inside of Schulte.
And
They're just
Haynes.
pretty much staying side by side for the most part, but
Merck and Schulte back here. Now Watts on the outside of Merck. That's a good little battle on the racetrack.
yeah, they just pretty much staying side by side right now, but
They're able
it's
to
extremely close.
run pretty tight together and not make a mistake early on. That's the key to that. Is to be able to hold your line, stay side by side. And again, we come to 16 on the board this time by. Up front, Bob leads. This battle you're watching between Jeffrey Merck and Jack Watts. That's for 17th and 18th position on the racetrack. And again, if you're just joining us, you are watching the Loose Lugnuts Throwback series here on a Tuesday evening. Hopefully you didn't see the intro of me completely mess that up. It's not Thursday, folks. I just got to point that out. But right now, Watts underneath of Merck and doing a good job right now.
You might want to come back to the front. Randy
Oh, we got
is
trouble.
Oh, never mind.
Merck around. About the time you said that, around goes Merck.
Yeah, Randy was pretty much about to dive down to the inside of Bob to clear him, but then caution came out.
And that was for Jeffrey Merck going around. Took a little spin cycle in the old Worcester for a minute. Got it straightened out. All right, now 18 and 125 in the books here tonight at Richmond. So 18 and 125 in the books. Rachel, would you come to pit road this early?
You got Mitchell Reeves coming down pit road right now.
Reeves.
Besides him, you got Trent Drum, and I believe that's it.
Reeves, Drum, a couple more coming down. Well, folks, not many down pit road this time. We're going to go to commercial break. We're going to thank our sponsor over at Grid Finder, and we'll be back here in a moment. All right, race fans, I want to take this time to thank our sponsors, GridFinder.com. GridFinder is the easiest way to find online sim racing leagues for iRacing, Assetto Corsa, Competizione, F1 2020, R Factor 2, and many more. Racing sims and games alike, you can find leagues in the UK, US, Europe, Australia, and more. Head to gridfinder.com where you will find all the leagues you see here on Extreme Sim TV, as well as many more. Alternatively, if you have a league or a community yourself and you're watching this, get yourself signed up on the site and join the other 1,000 leagues currently registered on Grid Finder. Find your place on the grid. Alrighty, back here live at the Richmond International Raceway. Bob leads the way as we get ready to come back to green. And right now, Rachel, it was all the way back in 17th. The first car on fresh tires, Trent Drum. Little surprising that he came down this early.
Yeah, because I mean, we're only about, I mean, we're like, what, we're on lap 21 right now. Because he came down and Mitchell Reeves came down too.
Right.
And yeah, part of me feels like it's kind of early, especially if they came down for like tires, because they only have 3 sets.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? You know, if you come down early, you're burning a set of tires pretty early on. And I tell you what, Bob, Randy, everybody up front, they're going to have that extra set when we get later in this race.
Yeah, and see, that could make a huge difference, you know, between with their pit strategies on who might end up winning just from that.
Well, and the problem of it is it's all planning on what you want to do later on in the race, and you don't know when you're going to get those cautions.
Green, green, green.
Right. And we're green. So Bob got an amazing start. I mean, he's leaving the field right now.
Bob did a great job on that restart. Got out in the race lead, pulling away halfway down the back straightaway.
Right. But, I mean, Randy is coming for him now. I mean, he's cutting that gap big time.
Yeah, he is. He's pulling up on him pretty close, pretty quickly. It's Patton right there as well. Look at Patton, though, working that outside lane, Rachel, with that 22 on the bottom.
Right, yeah, that's the 27 of Dylan Gones that's to the inside of him right now.
Oh,
yeah, and I mean, he's able to clear Rob Haynes, but Patton's just taking off.
Patton's doing a wonderful job. And you know, that's what we've talked about with Patton and everybody around him right here. These front few cars, as you see right there, arms to the bottom for the race lead. But these front few cars, Rachel, they're so good at getting away from everybody else.
Yeah, no, I agree. Now you've got a battle going on between Rob Haynes and Dylan Gones.
Haynes. Gones, great race here. Haynes to the bottom, the 87 top side. Behind them, double file behind them. Great racing here down the end of 3 and 4. Right now it's Rob Haynes in the 199. underneath Dylan Gomez in the 27.
Oh, and you got the 8 of James Lehman, and you also got Justin Michael. They were kind of battling it out back there.
And behind them, we got even more man, we're battling everywhere. We need to just...
Yeah, this is like, it's getting to be insane. Like, the cars that are battling each other right now.
We got Thornhill underneath Michael there for a second. There's a battle up there in front of him of Mr. James underneath the 22. That battle going on as well.
Yeah, you got, that was Greg Mall that was battling it out with that. Oh, that was Dylan Gomez. Dylan's just falling back though right now, so I'm not sure if he's having some issues.
Yeah, that's Greg Mall underneath Dylan Gomez right now. And Gomez, like you said, kind of throwing the boat anchor out of that number 22 Chevrolet at the moment. Here comes Michael, the 87 machine, looking to the inside.
Right, yeah. Ooh, and
wow.
he just sideswiped Gomez, but good thing that Gomez was able to, hold on to the car.
Both drivers did a great job gathering it up. Corey Tuggle topsided FD Merck right now. You see Merck go for a spin earlier on in the race. Right now, that battle is for position between Tuggle and Merck, 11th and 12th.
I do have to say though, we have quite a few cars that have really moved up throughout the field. Because I mean, you've got Andrew Schulte, he started in 16th and now he's in 9th. You got Brandon Thornhill that started in 13th and now he's in 8th. You have Greg Mall that started in 17th and he's in 5th. And then James Lehman that started in 15th and now he's in 4th.
Yeah,
so I mean, you've got quite a few of these that have moved up, significantly throughout the field.
Yeah, I would agree. We've seen a lot of movement, especially around this top 10, 11, 12 area. But one car that's out front starting to hit his stride, Randy Arms, if you remember early in the race, had a little bit of trouble, got behind Bob, couldn't really do much with him. But now as this race goes on, look who's starting to pull away.
Yeah, I mean, he's already at least over half a second faster than Bob. So, I mean, he's just making that gap larger and larger.
34 of 125 complete. Out front, Randy Arms leads, Scott Patton back there in 3rd, James in 4th, Greg Mall 5th, Rob Haynes 6th, Andrew Schulte running 7th with Dylan Gomez in 8th right now.
It kind of looks like some of these guys have kind of backed off a little bit. Not exactly. Well, I take that back actually. You got Topper, Dugas, and Judd Danielson battling it out right now for 13th and 14th.
Great battle there. Brandon Thornhill stuck to the outside of Justin Michael right now. Just in front of him as well. Some great racing. Thornhill and the Superflow machine stuck on the top side right now. He can't really get down. Once you get stuck out there on top like that, it's a chore to get that car back to the bottom.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's just falling back further and further.
I think we need to put some dirt on the schedule. I think he'll run better. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what would make me think that, but
Yeah.
38 on the board, Arms out front leading here at Richmond. And the gap right now is 0.8 of a second. Bob has dropped actually to 3rd. Patton has gotten to 2nd. Patton, again, last time we were here, winner at Richmond, looking to make it 2 for 2 at Richmond.
Yeah, but don't count Bob out though, because Bob's definitely closing that gap between him and Patton again.
Yeah, Bob not going down without a fight, that's for sure. on board right now with your driver of Mr. Scott Patton, right there behind Randy Arms. And this battle is intense right now for the race lead. Great little race right now, 39 and 125 complete. Bob right there behind him, on board with Bob here. Bob having a good run as well as Greg Mall. Everybody fighting their way through up front right now.
Right now, you also have a battle, pretty much 3 cars right now. Rob Haynes, Andrew Schulte, and Dylan Gomez.
Now that's going to be back there for that 6th, 7th, 8th position. Side by side, Schulte and Gomez. You seen the contact there, Rachel?
Yeah. I was kind of worried there, but
Ooh,
they were able to,
3 wide. This is gonna be good.
yeah.
Wow.
Oh, 3 wide again. Okay.
Yeah.
They're making me nervous here, though, because
About the only thing you can say at that point is 3 wide.
yeah.
I mean, there are 6 cars under a blanket right here, smoke in front of them. Oh my goodness, there's a car on the bottom, but everybody's clear. That could have been big right there with them stacked up like that.
Yeah, that was Lehman. He ended up dropping down onto the apron, and he's just falling back.
Meanwhile, Bob back to 2nd, Patton now in 3rd, Greg Mall to 4th, Dylan Gomez in 5th. Under fire right now from looks like Andrew Schulte. This battle will continue. This is going to be around that 7th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th position right now.
Yeah, it's pretty much 5th. It's pretty much 5th through 9th that's battling it out right now.
Gomez up the racetrack by a mile, but gathers it back on. Man, what a battle these guys are putting together.
I mean, it's definitely making it interesting. Schulte kind of checked up there next to Mert, so I was kind of worried right there.
Oh, big check up there by Schulte again. Wow, Gomez up high. They'll all get it straightened out. You know, I'm sitting here watching this race and I can't help but think, if the racing in the Summer Series is this great, can you imagine what it's going to be when we get to 2021? Man, it's going to be insane when the Cup cars and everything are back in action.
Right.
Michael Gomez. Wow.
You also got Mert on the inside of Schulte right now.
Great racing right now. 47 on the board, clear to Merck by the 11. Schulte drops a spot here, Rachel.
Yeah, but I mean, Schulte's pretty much right on the back bumper of Mert. And then you've also got Mert just to the inside of Gomez.
Michael.
And Schulte actually dives down too, so he's trying to get to the inside of Gomez, but
Oh man, what a
he wasn't able to hold on to it.
What a race we're seeing here, Rachel. I mean, it's hard to find the words for this one.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much going on back here.
And we're not done. We got racing way back in the pack right here. That is Thornhill underneath of James. That battle for 10th and 11th. Gangleson under fire right now from the 601 at Tuggle. I mean, it's just all over the racetrack, side by side.
Ooh.
Trouble, turn 1. Cars up the racetrack, Tuggle in the outside wall, but he gathers it back up. Holy cow, Tuggle, what a ride for Corey Tuggle into turn 1.
Ooh, and he just got into Trent Drum as well.
We'll go back and take a look at that turn 1 entry. I think he just got in there a little too deep. Locked the rear brakes up and the car came around. It's very, very weird. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Locked the brakes up, car comes sideways all the way to the wall, but kept it going. Got a little contact out of it. No harm, no foul.
You got a battle going up front between Scott Patton and Bob. Bob was actually able to clear Scott
The yellow
Patton.
flag is out.
Oh,
And caution on the racetrack.
yeah, caution is out.
And it's
And-
Corey Tuggle bringing it
Oh,
on.
okay.
Looks like just a little loose off of turn 4. Watt's able to get around it. But that will bring the caution back out here at lap 52. Some crazy racing up to this point.
Yeah, I mean, there's just been so much going on all over this track. It's actually hard for us to keep up with it.
Yeah, it's one of them nights where you need like 4 or 5 broadcasters in the booth.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh man, what a battle here after 52 and 125 here tonight, folks. Up front, Randy Arms to pit road. Here comes Bob and pretty much everybody down for 4 tires and fuel.
Yeah, the only ones that I would think that might, well, actually no, Mitchell came down even though he came earlier,
Yeah,
and then Trent Drum I think was the other one that came down, and so they're actually coming down. So that means they're gonna only have one set of tires.
and I don't mean to interrupt you, but big mistake by Justin Michael. He actually missed his pit box. Drove through
Oh.
pit lane, so he will have to come back down if he wants tires. And that is going to effectively move him to the rear of the field. Mistake there by Justin Michael.
Right.
So Michael back down pit road. Everyone else exiting. Randy Orms will lead coming off. Scott Patton in second. Ain't this the showdown that everybody wants to see? Patton versus Arms this season. You know, we've seen last season and how everything went down last year. And now with Arms here virtually every week now, hopefully going forward, this is kind of what everybody wants to see, right?
Right, yeah. I mean, this was pretty much how it should have been last season if Randy wouldn't have missed so many races. So,
We go back to one season. I can't even say a year ago, but one season ago, everything that went on there, of course, was here on the channel. But from the moment that we said we were doing another season of the 87 cars, me and you immediately started talking about what was going to happen when we done this. And I think it's evident right now, if you take a look at it, the guys that were fast last year, fast again this year.
yeah, I mean, that there's no doubt in that. I mean, you got Randy Arms, you've got Scott Patton, and you've got Merck. I mean, those were the ones that you really had to look for last year.
But the thing about it is, neither one of them won the championship. It was Mitchell Reeves grabbing the title.
Right.
And what was kind of an upset victory. Of course, Haynes came in second in the points. Ronald Klein was third. Of course, Klein not running full-time this season. He'll be back full-time in the winter. But, you know, out of that top 5 of last year's points, you know, it's showing true again.
Yeah, I agree. And then this season, you also have, you know, like a lot of new names that we mentioned that did not run last season. So
Yeah, so it's really becoming a catch-all here with the Cup Series, Truck Series, and everything else not running right now. I think this is where the showdown is going to be. And we know winter season's the big deal, right? We go to winter with the Cups, the trucks are back, the Xfinity cars back. But for these drivers this summer, this is your summer championship.
right, yeah, because this is the only thing they're running right now.
So we're going to come to green, 57
Green,
on
green,
the
green.
board, green in the air, Arms. Great jump for Randy Arms, Scott Patton. Not that great of a restart.
Yeah, he didn't get that great of a restart, and then you've got Merck to the inside of Patton right now. It looks like Bob was trying to get in between them, almost went three wide, but he kind of backed off.
Bob thought about splitting the difference, but wisely backed out of it. I don't
Right.
think splitting the difference at Richmond's going to work very well.
And for some reason, Marcus falling back because he was to the inside of Greg Mall, but now he has fallen to 5th.
Torba sideways behind him. That was James. No harm, no foul. Got it gathered up. How many times are we going to say that tonight?
That I don't know. But yeah, he's to the inside of Dylan Gonis right now, battling him. He was battling for 6.
Well, I'll tell you what, here in just a few laps here, Rachel, Felix, the flagman, will be giving us the cross flags, 2 to go, or cross flags halfway here. Lap 62 will mark halfway. Meanwhile, Patton to the bottom of arms. That's the battle for the race lead. New race leader. Give it to Scott Patton. Wow. Patton able to thunder to the front of the field. Here comes
But you got
Arms.
Randy, yeah, you got Randy trying to go to the inside of Patton, so this battle's not going to be completely over.
You know, every league has those drivers that battle each and every week, right?
Mm-hmm.
My league is,
The yellow flag
as we
is
got a
out.
caution, we'll go back to
Caution.
that in a moment. And that is going to be the 601 at Corey Tuggle. Again, Tuggle having an issue. And just lost it that time, didn't save it down in 1. Same thing that happened to him earlier on. Wow. So back to my point there. Every league has those drivers. In my league that I race in, it's Corey Saucier, a couple of those guys that race each other every week. This league is Patton, Arms. You got to put Merck up there, Reeves. You know, going from league to league, what's it like when you see these drivers that are so evenly matched with one another?
Having seen quite a few different leagues, I think with this league, it's like it's mostly the same people. Like, it's very consistent. So a lot of these guys kind of know each other's driving styles. They know pretty much who is going to be the more dominant cars every week and who they need to be, like, really trying to race aggressive or who not to. So I think that's why this league's a little different, is because all these guys have raced around each other long enough to really know, like, you know, what they should do.
Well, and I'll throw in a little caveat to that. I think too with this, if you're one of the guys that finish, you know, 13th, 14th, and 15th, but then you start getting your top 5s and top 10s and all these things that can happen. It's not one-off victories, right? If you start finishing top 10 because it's the same guys each week you're competing against, you can physically see yourself getting ready or getting better.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the big difference with this league. For us up in the booth, is we can physically see the guys that are getting better week to
Yeah.
week. And of course, that's the argument for league racing in general, but this league in particular is very, very apparent. So we are going to get ready for yet again another restart tonight, folks, as we are just past halfway. 64 of the 125 complete here from the Richmond International Raceway. Well, we're getting ready to get it done here again tonight, Rachel. We'll get the restart going. Folks, I want to thank each and every one of you. On a personal level, I know we're coming down to closer and closer to the anniversary of Extreme Sim TV here, coming up in about a month, actually. We're about a month away from it. And I just want to thank everyone that's ever came out to watch one of the shows. I definitely wouldn't be where I'm at today without you guys, and I appreciate it. Appreciate each and every league that's given me the opportunity. And like I've said before, Rachel, I don't know how long I'm going to be doing this going forward, but it's been a blast and a heck of a ride so far.
Yeah, no, I mean, you do what you gotta do, but yeah, I mean, it's been the few times that I have been broadcasting with you, it's been fun. And especially doing this league, it's always a good time. So
Yeah, and it's been a blast. I think the one part of this that when you look back when it's all said and done, right, is the awesome people that you've met, right, along the way. This series in particular, a couple of more leagues out there, Camping Universe, all these guys that I've met. It's a lot of fun as we go back to green. But I think, Rachel, that's kind of the point to sim racing in general, right, is the cool people that you meet.
yeah, I agree with you. You got Randy and Bob pretty much side by side right now.
Randy and Bob double file right now, 67 complete. Randy trying to hold old Bob down there around the bottom, but it's not really working for him too well.
Yeah, Randy's able to kind of hold him off on that high side though, and he was able to keep Bob behind him.
The 8 of 125 complete. Merck right here in the 60. Reeves there as well as Thornhill. Taking a look at Thornhill in that 68 ride. Great job for the Super Flow. Chevrolet for Thornhill with Judge Angleson right there behind him. Battle behind them. Justin Michael trying to come back through the pack after missing his pit box earlier on in the evening. Now trying to work his way back forward.
Yeah, he's going to the inside of Dylan Gonis right now.
Great move. He'll pick it up. Gomez will drop a spot. You want to talk about a car way off the rails. Dylan Gomez just dropped off this planet.
Ooh, that was Andrew Schulte.
Schulte gathered it up. Great job. We'll go back to the race lead as Patton leads. But it's Randy Arms now underneath of him for the position. 71 on the board, Rachel.
Yeah, I mean, Randy is trying to get that run on Patton, but Patton's just been able to kind of hold him off.
Yeah, Patton's got that upper lane and that momentum and taking advantage of it. Here comes Bob. Bob, the 38 machine, along with the looks like 8 of James. I do apologize.
Yeah,
couldn't get the car number there for a moment.
Yeah, that's James. Unfortunately, right now, Randy's kind of in a weird situation because he was kind of just stuck in between, and he couldn't come up in between the two cars.
Yeah, he's kind of stuck down there. It's like getting that message on Facebook and they leave you on red. You can't really do nothing. Can't reply, can't move. Well, that's the problem with Randy right now. He can't go forwards, but he can't really go backwards either, Rachel.
Right, yeah. I mean, Bob's closed that gap between him and Patton, and then Randy's just not getting enough of a run to be able to pass Patton, so he's just kind of stuck on the inside.
Yeah, and that's a tough spot for Arms to be in. Ideal for Patton, though. He can get Arms to run his equipment down there on the low line, burning stuff up. This is a perfect scenario for Patton on the top side.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, it is going to make Randy burn his stuff up faster.
Because here's the thing, Randy can't even back up and get behind Patton because he's got another car right behind Patton.
Right, and then you've got Lehman that's pretty much almost on the back of Randy, so Randy pretty much has no choice but to just get around Patton.
Starting to gather up a little bit of ground. Now there's a gap between these 4 cars, and that might help Randy a little bit more downforce on the rear of that race car on the exit without that car tucked up behind him. It might give him just enough to get by Scott Patton here. He's going to nose ahead, Rachel. Wow.
Yeah, he's just not getting it. Yeah, that was really close.
Man, he slid up like almost into the door of Patton. But I think it's going to work out for him. He's going to get the lead here off of turn 4, Rachel.
Yeah, but the only problem with that is how much of his stuff has he burned up by doing that too.
Crossover by Patton. Patton back underneath. Great momentum by Scott Patton to cross back over. Oh, well, sideways. Can Patton take advantage? Arms shoots the bottom, covers the lane. Now it's Patton stuck underneath James.
Yeah, and James is to that on that high side.
This has been a back and forth battle all evening long up front. Don't take your eyes off your screen, folks. One heck of a race in front of this thing.
Yeah, it looks like Lehman though, kind of got a run off of Patton. Oh, but into the wall. Yeah, Lehman got into the wall, so unfortunately he's fallen back a few spots.
Yeah, unfortunately for him. It is very unfortunate, but as we continue to work our way through. But folks, I'm going to go crank it up for a moment, and I'll be right back with you in just a second. Alrighty, folks, back here with you. Sorry about that. I hope you enjoyed your Crank It Up segment. Rachel in the booth with us here tonight. Well, Rachel up front. It's Arms leading, Patton second.
Yeah, the only thing is that Scott is closing that gap, so I'm also wondering how much of Randy's stuff has kind of been used up.
Yeah, that's going to be the question here, right? How much has Randy used it up as we get down to the last, say, 35 or so laps here in just a moment? And what has been a hectic race all night?
Yeah, I mean, there's just been so much going on. And I did want to say, Bob, I'm not sure what happened, but he's fallen back to eighth.
Not sure about what is going on with Bob here. But he is, like you said, dropped like a stone from where he was running.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if maybe he burned his stuff up too.
Yeah, I think that might be the problem there. Bob just completely burnt the tires off that 38 machine as we run 93 of 125 laps complete from the Richmond International Raceway. Thornhill back here as well. And what do we know about Thornhill and his adaptation to these cars? He's been running them for a while now. Is he liking these things? Is he having trouble out of them? What's going on in that front?
From what I know, he actually likes driving these cars because he said it's a challenge. You know, they're different from all the other cars that, you know, that he drives on iRacing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they definitely are that. They are different.
yeah. But I'm not really sure, like, I know he has like certain tracks that he likes and that he's good at, but I'm not sure about Richmond. I'm not sure how he feels about it.
Well, and that's the thing, like, everybody has their favorite cars on iRacing. Mine particularly is a super late model. I enjoy running that quite a bit. But right now it's Randy Arms leading, Patton in second. Look at Jeffrey Merck. I'm going to make the call out and see if we get anybody. Mrs. Merck, are you in chat tonight? How are you doing? Mr. Merck's running third right now. Good run for the 60.
Yeah, Merck has definitely made his way up to the front. He started in ninth, and so now he's currently in third, and he's had a good run so far tonight.
Well, believe it or not, Miss Rachel, we're 30 to go here at Richmond.
Yeah, I mean, this race is going by really fast.
Yeah, it has. I'm impressed with how it's ran. For the amount of cars we've had here tonight, not many incidents. Been very smooth. Wouldn't expect anything less from Luke's Lugnuts and the over-the-top Throwback series. And again, folks, as always, don't forget, you need a paint done, you need a custom die cast, anything of those natures, contact John Hendricks on Facebook with over-the-top paints and designs. And don't forget, don't look your best. Who wants that? Look over the top with over-the-top paints and designs. How was that?
Sounds good.
Yeah, 498.
Oh,
complete.
there was a car on the apron, but I don't know who it was. The caution didn't come out though, so.
Yeah, we went by there, but it went so quick, I didn't know if he was exiting pit road or actually had a problem. Not 100% sure on who that would even be.
Yeah, I've tried to see who it was, but I had no idea.
Randy Arms leads the way with 100 on the board of 125 complete here tonight. Man, oh man, Patton though, like smelling blood in the water, closing back in on the race leader with 26 to go tonight. What a battle here tonight. Great racing up front. Great battle here. Randy Arms leading the way, everyone else behind him hanging on as well.
Well, you do have a battle that's about to happen between Justin Michael and Mitchell Reed.
Oh, this is going to be a great little battle right here. Here comes Justin Michael trying to work his way forward late in the going.
Yeah, Michael to the inside of Reeves. But you also have Bob that's coming behind those two as well.
Caution.
Oh, smoke
Yellow flag.
caution is out, and it's James around. Driver of the 8 around on the front straightaway. Wow, car coming around there. He was right behind Jeffrey D. Mert. Now, Rachel, this yellow coming out, you see him lose it there, but this yellow is going to present something interesting. Some of these drivers have 2 sets of tires left, but I know at least a couple only have 1.
Right. So, Mitchell Reeves and Trent Drum for sure. Those two, this is their last set. Because they pitted like on lap 20 and no one else did. So
103 on the board. So what, we're gonna have something about 20 to go. Do you think the extra set's gonna make a difference, or?
be honest, I don't think so, because I doubt these guys are gonna come back down
Yeah.
again after this with 20 laps to go.
Yeah, and even if you did, you'd be so far back, it would be hard to work your way back forward at that
Right.
point, I would think. So we're 104 of 125 complete here at the Richmond International Raceway. Trent Drum out in the front right now. Interesting start for Trent.
Yeah, I think Trent took 2 tires because he came out of the pit really fast.
Now he's coming back down now, so something must have went awry.
Oh, did he speed?
So according to my counter, Justin Michael has made 2 pit stops. James has made 2. Let's see, the first 3 stop is Mitchell Reeves.
Right.
Haynes has made 3 stops.
Oh, Haynes did, okay.
Topper has made 2. I'm looking for the 3rd one here. And Trent Drum has made now 4 stops after coming back down pit road. I can get that information, folks, but it's not always accurate. The only problem with that information is if they literally just drive down pit road, it counts it, so.
Right, so that doesn't always mean if they stay on pit road for
so it's kind of misleading, you know.
Yeah.
But it's useful in this situation since we know pretty much as who done what.
Right.
But right now, look at up front, Justin Michael leading the way right now after stops.
Yeah, Randy stayed longer. That's why I'm thinking Justin might have only done like a 2 tire stop, because Randy did 4. I could tell because of how long he stayed.
Well, I tell you what, at the beginning of the night, I remember a certain commentator picked Justin Michael, and now he's leading with what will be an 18-lap shootout. So you still going to stay with Justin Michael on this one?
You know what? I don't change. Even if they don't end up winning, I don't change. For me, that's bad luck.
So you're not a bandwagoner, they would say.
No. For me, that's bad luck if I switch in the middle of a race. So.
And Mrs. Burke, I see your message. I'm glad you're doing well. Always got to check in on Mrs. Burke. She needs her own T-shirt. She needs a channel T-shirt there, Rachel.
Oh, I think so too.
Extreme Sim TV, Mrs. Burke.
Yeah.
There we go. We got to make that happen. So we're going to come to green here. 18 laps to go here. Green flag in the air. Back
Green,
on the way.
green.
Justin Michael, great restart. 18 to go to the end of this one.
Yeah, I mean, he got a huge run. And then you've got Lehman. Oh, Lehman loose.
Oh, even up the racetrack. He is out of here. He's out the ballpark. And we got
Yellow
a big
flag.
one back in the back of the field. It started with Lehman, and it materialized from there. And we're going to take a look at what happened. It was big. He got loose. Patton gets collected. Reeves.
Yeah.
smoke everywhere. You really can't see who all got involved from that camera angle, folks. So we're going to go high above the speedway from our chopper / drone / blimp cam. And yeah, a couple of cars, Patton kind of the unlucky one there that got collected up in it. Caution out, 17 to go.
You got Maul. He has damage on his car. He's coming down pit road right now.
That's unfortunate. Maul with damage with 16 to go. Coming to the end of this one, Maul on pit road. Well, who all can we shout to? Jeffrey Merck. What do you say we give old holler to Mr. Merck?
Sure, why not?
We'll grab Merck, get him up here in the booth with this here out of the over-the-top motorsports camp. Mr. Merck, Matt and Rachel in the booth. Got a copy?
I do. Is that Dr. Rachel Thornhill?
That is Dr. Rachel Thornhill and Dr. Matthew race car driver. There we go. That's what we're going to go with.
Yeah, we're going to go with that. Got it.
All right. So, Mr. Merck running third here tonight in the old Exxon paint scheme. How's the car feeling?
She's good. Early on, she's a little tight, and you got to play with the brake adjustments forward and back, depending on what it's doing in that run. So, gonna have to drive the wheels off of it these last 15 laps, get around little squeak, and just a Michael up here.
Well, you're gonna have to get her done to make that work. I'll tell you what, great race car out there tonight, Merck. And me and Rachel decided something earlier in the broadcast. We need to make a T-shirt, an Extreme Sim TV T-shirt that says Mrs. Merck is here. Because she's always in the chat, it never fails.
Yeah, she's my cheerleader for sure. I'm sure she's in there rooting me on. She's just let her know I love her, and I'm gonna go try to get this trophy for her, and or at least be in at least a podium at the least.
So the question is, does a podium in the Merck household work? Does that get you by and you don't get in trouble?
Yeah, if I do second, she goes, "Why didn't you finish third?" And if I finish third, she goes, "Why didn't you finish second?" So.
There you go.
As Brandon Thornhill tells me, she's a lot like Dr. Rachel Thornhill. She's a tough car owner.
10-4. Well, we're going to let you go get ready for the restart, and we'll holler at you later, buddy.
All right, bud, thanks.
So, Dr. Rachel Thornhill, got Rachel up here with us again. Apparently now she's a doctor. There's something I'm missing out on.
Oh, it's not something that you're missing out on. Yeah, Mark tends to call me that, but it's actually true. I do actually have a doctorate in metaphysics. So technically, I'm a doctor, but not a medical doctor though.
Can't afford. You know, I'll ask you off air what that even is, because I am lost.
Oh yeah, no. It's a doctorate in like religion. So I'm an ordained minister.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, now that we got that conspiracy sorted out, you ready to go back racing?
Yeah. But Mark's the only person that calls me Dr. Thornhill. Like I don't use that title.
Well, now on Extreme Sim TV, you're Dr. Thornhill. It makes you sound so much more official.
Green,
We
green,
are
green.
12 to go.
Yeah, Justin Michael got a huge run, but look at Mark coming. I mean, Mark is down on the inside, but you've got Randy as well. Ooh, yeah, that was a close one.
Tell you what, the team owner there for Merck, there's got to be over there watching the stream, shaking her head like, "Don't you go in there 3 wide. Don't you do
No,
that."
I think he held off just because of that.
Caution,
I'm pretty
yellow
sure.
flag.
Oh, caution is out.
Yellow out on the racetrack, and it's James and
Judd
Topper involved
is
too.
up there.
wow.
Trent Drum.
Patton involved. Topper and Patton got together, kind of started this whole fiasco. Wow. So,
It looks like Thornhill made it through though.
well, that's good. You don't have to run a check for the car then, though. That sounds
Right.
good. 10 to go. You
Yeah, I
have to-
don't see damage on his car, so I think we're good.
That's a good thing. You write enough checks for the dirt late model.
Yeah.
You know, cough. We're not ragging on his driving ability, folks. I am kind of, because I know something that happened and I'm going to pick on him about forever now. Clutch pedal Brandon Thornhill. All I got to say.
He'll never live that down.
No, he won't. You know he's going to come to me and be like, you come drive one of the cars in and see how you do. Yeah, Brandon, that didn't go so well. I'm in a fence somewhere.
Yeah.
Folks, you'll see it right here. I'll get Kim to videotape it. I'll go buy a dirt late model and I'll have the car for all 2 days before I absolutely kill it. So we will get ready to go back green. 8 to go this time by Rachel. It's Randy Arms, Justin Michael, some of your normal characters up front.
Yeah, and then you got Mitchell Reeves right there, and Mark in fourth. So.
Well, folks, I'm going to step away. We're going to do our final commercial break of the evening before this last restart and give a shout out to our sponsor over at Grid Finder. So we'll be right back for the restart. All right, race fans, I want to take this time to thank our sponsors, GridFinder.com. GridFinder is the easiest way to find online sim racing leagues for iRacing, Assetto Corsa, Competizione, F1 2020, or Vector 2, and many more. Racing sims and games alike. You can find leagues in the UK, US, Europe, Australia, and more. Head to gridfinder.com where you will find all the leagues you see here on Extreme Sim TV, as well as many more. Alternatively, if you have a league or a community yourself and you're watching this, get yourself signed up on the site and join the other 1,000 leagues currently registered on Grid Finder. Find your place on the grid. Alrighty, folks, we're going to get ready to go back to green. It's Matt and Dr. Rachel Thornhill in the booth. She'll never live that down now.
Yeah, obviously not.
You're had. See, I've got something to pick on you about and Brandon. At least yours is not quite as embarrassing as Brandon's.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's not embarrassing. Only that I don't use my degree, so it's just sitting there.
Here we go. So we're going to go back green. It's going to be Arms and Reeves from... If I can talk. Justin Michael, Randy Arms, Mitchell Reeves, front row, Burke outside fourth. Here we go. Restart once again, folks. Back underway at Richmond.
Yeah, Randy got a great start, but unfortunately, Justin Michael, I'm not sure what happened. He just did not get that run.
Justin Michael trying to hang on, can't do it. Side by side behind him. 5 to go at Richmond International Raceway. Down into turns 3 and 4, and Randy Arms checking out so far. 3 wide behind him. Reeves in the middle. He's going to be the peanut butter and the peanut butter sandwich right now. With Schulte on the bottom and Mert to his outside. The 38 of Bob in the mix as well.
Corey Tuggle got loose, but he was able to hold on to it.
Battle right here, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, all together. Great battle right now, 3 to go at the Richmond International Raceway. 3 laps to get her done in Virginia. Randy Arms leads by 1.8 over Justin Michael. Michael into the back bumper of Arms. He's going to jack him sideways. Here comes Mert through the middle man. Wild race down the back straightaway. Bob caught to the middle as well. Reeves, oh good, googly moogly. Everybody trying
Yeah,
to fight through
is
this.
just gonna be a lot going on back here.
Two to go, Rachel, and the man that come through this the cleanest has to be Mr. Merck right now in the 60.
Yeah, Merck is pretty much on the back bumper of
The
ours.
yellow flag is out.
And
Oh,
there
yellow
is
flag
the
is out.
caution. As we were coming to the white flag, caution is out. We get to stack them up and do it all over again. Corey Tuggle, trouble back straight away.
We also have Topper Dugas that's on pit road, so he might have been involved, I'm guessing.
I don't see him involved, but I find out what in the world happened to Topper. Topper having some problem. Oh, so we had two different incidents at the same time.
Oh, okay.
So Topper wrecks in 1 and 2. Meanwhile, back straightaway was where Tuggle went around. Unsure of what the caution was actually
Scott
for.
Patton is no longer. He's taking it to the garage. So it could have been him, maybe?
I happened to Patton because we've seen 2 wrecks at once. Let's go see if we can find another one. Could we have had 3 different wrecks at one time? Folks?
Maybe.
I don't see anything. I'm kind of trying to figure it out. No, but he'd already left before then.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Well, Topper is. He's taking it to the garage too, so. And Corey Tuggle.
So it'll be a 3-lap dash here at the end of this event for the Loose Lugnuts Tuesday Night Throwback
So,
Series.
looks like Thornhill has some damage.
Oh.
He came down pit road, and he is off of pit road.
Oh, so that was the sound of your checkbook opening there that I heard.
Maybe so.
But right now it'll be 3 to go here at Richmond International Raceway for the Over the Top Designs Tuesday Night Throwback Series.
Yep, so it is officially a green-white checkered finish.
Or as our good buddy over at Max Speed would call it, Mr. Medwalk, a green GWC. So there you go. I did my best Josh Medwalk impersonation. No, here we go. We'll do a proper Josh Medwalk impersonation. Welcome, folks, to Extreme Sim TV. Josh, don't kill me. For the love of God. Gotta love Josh Medwalk. So we're going to have a boxing match next week in the middle of the infield between me and Medlock, I have a feeling, when he sees this video.
I don't know.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
3 to go here. That's Randy Arms out front, leading right now with Mr. Merck behind him. He's 1 spot out. You think he can get around Arms at the end of this thing?
I think so. I mean, Merck was literally like, he had closed that gap between him and Randy, but then that caution came out, and that's kind of what, stopped him from being able to get to the inside of Randy. So I think he could.
I don't know. But you know what he may need to get around Randy Arms? In the words of our great legendary friend, Mr. Tim Allen, more power in that number 60 machine. Such a 90s kid reference, right?
Right. It's a good one, though.
Yes, it is. Hey, everything can be fixed with more power, right?
I think so. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Coming to green this time by 3 laps to go. Arms, Merck, side by side, green in the air. We're back underway at Richmond.
Yeah, Merck just did not get the start that he would have needed. You got Schultz to the inside of him.
Battle for P2, Schultz down there. Oh,
And you've also got Justin Michael that's on the back bumper of Merck. So
Double file out of turn 4. They will get to the white flag, folks. 1 lap to go. Battle for second right now. Merck and Mr. Schulte. Arms checking out here. Schulte pinched down by Merck. Down the back straightaway, headed for 1, 3, and 4. It's going to be Randy Arms to get the win, but the battle for second is going to be a good one. Off of turn number 4. Give it to Schulte at the line as Michael goes around.
but he crossed the line, so he still counts as P4.
Actually, he got counted. Yep, P4. Wow. Great deal for everybody involved. But the winner of this race, Mr. Randy Arms, the Castrol number 83 machine, win number 2 on the season. Go figure that one.
We shouldn't be surprised.
Color me shocked. Randy Arms, the victory lane here tonight. The Castrol number 83 machine. What a race here this evening. So let's get Randy Arms up here in the Extreme Sim TV booth with me and Mrs. Rachel. Oh, yeah. Randy Arms, Matt, in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, buddy.
Win number 2 on the season. How's it feel?
Oh, she feels pretty good. Some good racing out there. Scott, Merck, and Bob, and all of them. They maybe work for it. That's for sure.
Well, man, one of them got to your back bumper there a couple of laps ago. Got you a little sideways. You was able to hang on to it. Had to work your tail off for this one, my man.
Yeah, I think that was Justin. He got in there and he got into me. Thought I was going to go around. I'll be honest with you. I was able to gather it up and keep going there. You say those restarts at the end. They were pretty interesting. I was really good on the long run, but not too good there on the short run. So kept having those cautions. I was a little worried, but able to get a good jump on the last restart and able to bring her home P1.
Well, win number 2 on the year, buddy. You came in with the points lead, so you'll extend that out a little bit further in that Castrol 83 machine. Congratulations, Randy Arms. Anybody you'd like to thank here?
Yeah, just want to thank Castro, Hosky's Performance Parts, then just thank the league for putting on these races. I know this is about the only series they got this year for the summer stuff, so glad that was able to run, and just thank you for putting on these broadcasts. You do a great job each week, and I always can't wait to go back and watch it.
Yeah, format. We did a wonderful job, Randy Arms, Castrol 83 machine. 2 out of 3 this year, buddy. Congratulations.
Yep, thank you.
So Randy coming home. Great run. We'll get Andrew Schulte up here in a moment. There's Andrew out of the Bandit Motorsports camp. Schulte comes home second. Andrew Schulte, Matt in the booth. You got a copy.
How you doing, Matt?
I'm doing all right, man. We just couldn't get the arms there, but a great top 2 finish.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we got in here late and didn't get any practice, so it was just getting the hang of things as the race was going on, and found ourselves sitting in a good spot.
Well, week number 3 in the books, man. Top 2 finish. You got to feel pretty good about that.
Yeah, can't complain. And I think we're headed to Atlanta next week, so pretty excited about that. It should be another fun race.
Well, man, you did a wonderful job. Again, congratulations on the top 2 finish, Andrew Schulte. What do you think you need to do next week to get up there and pick up one more position?
Beat Randy, I guess, if he's going to be in number 1. That's I know he's been the one to beat kind of every week. I know last season he had a substantial amount of wins. So we'll see if we can beat him next week, and if we can, then I feel like we'll be sitting in a good spot.
Well, great job, man. Great job for the Bandit Motorsports camp here tonight.
I appreciate it. All
right, let's get Mr. Jeffrey Merck up here and talk to him in just a moment. Mr. Mert, Matt, and Dr. Rachel Thornhill in the booth.
What's up?
Well, man, you come home P3, looks like official here tonight.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping that we wouldn't have got that last caution. I was closing in on Squeak, and I think if I would have got to him in turn one, I probably would have turned him, but
At least you're honest.
yeah, I told him the same thing in TeamSpeak, so he already knows.
Well, I just didn't get close enough to use that chrome horn, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, we got that green-white checkered, and man, hats off to Andrew Schulte. We ran each other door to door there for about 3 laps, just closest I think you could get to each other. He squeaked me out for a second, and that was a good, clean, fun racing there at the end.
Well, great job, Mr. Merck, hanging on there for that P3 spot. But great job, man. Look forward to seeing you back with us next week, Jeff, as always.
Yeah, 10-4. Big shout out to the big boss man over there to Over the Top Designs. Don't look your best, look over the top. He helps put all this stuff together. Mitchell Reeves for running this Tuesday night series. You guys up there in the booth, look forward to going back and watching it.
10-4, buddy. Well, again, congratulations, Merck. Great run here tonight.
Thanks.
All right, there you go. Jeffrey Merck coming home. Pretty good finish here tonight for Merck coming home third. We got one more interview I'm going to do tonight. A little bit different. Hey, Greg, you got a copy. It's Matt up in the booth, man.
I got you, Matt.
Well, man, I know you've had a rough week, so I just wanted to pull you up and chat with you a minute. You come in 10th here tonight. But overall, my concern, how you holding up, buddy?
Yeah, we're doing all right, man. Had Grandpa's funeral today, and just been talking with a lot of family today, and just kind of talking about a lot of stories. So it was good to come in here and just kind of disconnect a little bit. So.
10-4, man. Well, I tell you what, I've been where you're at right now, and it's a lot of fun. But just take a breath, man, and hang in there. If you need anything, give me a holler, dude.
Will do, Matt.
Well, man, a great run here tonight, coming home top 10, Greg. How was the car otherwise?
Car was fine. Grand scheme of things, it was just a matter of just trying to keep up with it when it was just transitioning through the run. It seemed like the run was going on. It just kept getting tighter and tighter, especially going into turn one. And once you missed the corner, it just, I don't know, it seemed like you were just kind of chasing it from that point on. So just keeping up with it, adjusting the brakes accordingly, and just trying to do the best we could as far as adjustments goes. So it wasn't all too bad. I was expecting a little bit worse of a setup, but overall it wasn't all too bad. So.
Alrighty, man. Well, again, good job on your top 10. I hate everything that's going on with you in your personal life, man. Like I said, if you need anything, give me a holler, buddy.
I appreciate the thought, Matt.
10-4, Greg. Have a great evening.
Thanks.
All right. This is Dr. Thornhill. You get a copy.
Yeah, I'm here.
Alrighty. Well, what'd you think? Round 3 in the books here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it was a heck of a race. Definitely wasn't expecting a green-white checkered, but overall it was a good race tonight, and we're not surprised, but Randy came out on top, so.
No, we're not at all, but it was a great night of racing nonetheless. As always, had a blast with you up here in the booth, Rachel. We'll be back next week, folks, for Atlanta. Until then, everyone stay safe. Have a great night. Don't forget, head to Facebook. Check out Over the Top Paints and Designs. Don't look your best. Look over the top. That's the way we roll here at Extreme SM TV. Until next time, I will see you guys later. And we're done.
Okay.
Great race.